Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how you can overcome anxiety in less than an hour. And yes, it is possible, and I'm going to explain why people think it takes months and years and why it's not as difficult as you may think. And I'm even going to give you a very simple little thing that can start to help fix your anxiety. It won't get rid of it fully, but it will start to help to give you a bit of a sense of, hey, yeah, I can do this. So let's get straight into this. Why do people think that anxiety is so difficult? Because I work with people online who have anxiety, and they often say things like, I've been through years of therapy and I've had it 10, 20, 30, 40 years or more, and it's really hard to fix. And if you look on therapy websites, they'll often sell you 6-month packages of therapy, blocks of 12 sessions, and everyone's got this impression that it's really hard to fix. And people sometimes say to me, how can you say it can be done in 1 hour? That's impossible. It's not impossible. It's simply because I know where anxiety really comes from and what it is. So let me explain this to you now, and you'll see when you've learned this how it can take so long, because simply they're doing the wrong thing. They're focusing on the wrong thing. So what happens is, you have a thing in your head, mind, however you want to phrase this, and it's called the amygdala. Now the amygdala, I'm going to pretend that my hand here is like the amygdala. It's a little thing that sits in your head, and it's a bit like a danger sensor. So as you go through life, let's say you're walking down the street and you see a man in a mask jump out of a bush holding something. And your amygdala fires up like this. You're like, danger. Now it assesses it, and this happens within a fraction of a second. It's incredibly fast. And your amygdala assesses danger. And you have a choice of 4 options. People say there are more than 4, but I'm going to stick to just 4. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Now, most people only know about fight or flight, but there are actually 4. Or 5, I'll tell you the 5th one, but I won't go any further than that. So, when you're going down the street, a man in a mask jumps out of a bush and starts walking up to you aggressively, your amygdala fires up and selects an option. Fight, verbally, physically, or mentally. You fight the situation. Flight, you run. Freeze, you can't do anything because you're frozen. Fawn, which is one people don't know about very often, is similar to freezing, but it means you don't freeze, you just resign yourself to your fate. It's like, oh well, they're going to kill me. Oh well, just let it happen, yeah. That's fawn. It's like you just give in and give up and do nothing in a way. The 5th one is a bit of a rude, naughty word that starts with F. Sounds a bit like duck. And that's another one, duck it, some people say. That could be the 5th response people have, where they just go crazy and they sort of fight, flight, do all the others in one go. So there's fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and duck it. So that's what happens with your amygdala. Now what's it got to do with anxiety? Well, you see, what happens is, over time, imagine your amygdala when you're young starts like this. It sees danger, it fires up, danger, and then it very quickly closes down again. That's okay. So like, back to normal. It was just, the man in the bush was just playing a prank. He was fine. You go through life, you have car crashes, marriage, divorce, arguments, fallout with friends, work stress, job interviews, mortgages, debt, illness. And eventually this amygdala can't close down. It gets kind of stuck open. It wants to close, but there's too much in there. All of your experiences are stuck in the amygdala. And I should stress, this is just a model, okay? Who knows if this is what's really happening in your head? It's just a model. It's the way we talk about things. Can this be scientifically proven? Not interested. It's a model and it works. This is how I get results with my clients. So your amygdala can't close. It's stuck. It wants to close, and it sort of does. But what happens is, you go out driving and it's stuck. Danger, danger, danger. You're going to be killed. You're going to die. Pull over. You're trapped. There's nowhere to stop. You're on a bridge. You're high up. So you see, it doesn't matter what the problem is. This is why I say driving anxiety has nothing to do with driving. It can be driving, heights. Common one that people talk to me about is going into a shopping centre. They say whenever I go into shops and there are people around me, I panic and I don't know why. It's all because your amygdala is fired up like this. That's why I don't waste time with clients. They talk about, or I want to talk about when I go on a bridge, when I go this way and it's at night time, and say, look, just, I don't want to be rude, but you're wasting time talking about this. Forget all that, nothing to do with it. It's simply any situation where you are potentially in danger, your amygdala can't close. So the way you can fix anxiety in an hour or less, and you can't always do this, but it's possible, you simply take these things out of your amygdala. So you take out the divorce, the marriage, the whatever, and it closes. Now when you drive, it's like, oh, a bit of danger, oh, it's okay. Oh, there's a bridge, oh, can't pull over, a bit of danger, oh, you're okay. That's like a normal amygdala, rather than danger, bridge, motorway, high speed, highway, danger, danger. And you get sweaty palms, tunnel vision, your eyes go blurry. They're all just symptoms of your amygdala firing up. So you see, that's how you do it. You simply close the amygdala by pulling out these older memories, these like childhood events and whatever. And this is why when people laugh and they say, oh, you're mad, you think driving problems are to do with childhood, you're crazy. No, I'm not crazy, it's because I understand this stuff. And I've done it hundreds of times with people all over the world and in real life as well as online. I was a driving instructor for over 20 years. I've been a therapist now for 5 years. I've seen it, and this is what it is. Sometimes it can be a single event, like it can be something from your past that just fires it up. But normally, there are multiple events you pull out. So you see, the way you fix your anxiety is to remove those things from your amygdala, and it can close. And you'll often find that not only will your driving anxiety go, but your fear of heights will go, your fear of whatever. Not always, because sometimes there are specific things that link to certain things. So you might fix the driving, but you've still got a fear of heights. But generally, in most cases, problems like to mingle. You've probably heard the saying, trouble loves company. Well, that's what it is. Problems like to hold hands with each other, and generally they all become one big mess. So if you clear it, most of the problems go. So just see now why so many people get it wrong. When you see therapists saying, relax, relax, close your eyes, relax, 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 just relax, relax. And you feel so relaxed. And as you relax there, feeling so relaxed, you feel even more relaxed as your relaxation becomes relaxation. And your relaxing just stop saying relax. I've had that done to me and I'm sitting here thinking, just stop saying relax all the time. It makes me feel more tense and annoyed. So that's where therapists go wrong. And therapists think, oh, it's about driving. Go out driving, expose yourself to it. And I've had so many people come to me who have been told by therapists, just push through, conquer your fear, just keep going. You're not going to fix it because your amygdala is on fire. And all you're doing is making it worse and worse and worse. And your amygdala is going mad. You won't fix it. At the very best, exposure therapy will simply force the problem elsewhere. So you'll just have a fear of something else instead. And it just makes it messy. So it kind of hides the problem, but it doesn't get rid of it. So do you see why so many people have this false idea that anxiety is really hard to fix? And these therapists may laugh who say, buy a pack of 12 sessions. Right? Can you explain to me how you know it's going to take 12 sessions to fix? Before you've even spoken to someone, you can just go on their website and buy a pack of 12 sessions. What happens there is normally they haven't got a clue what they're doing because they've been poorly trained, and they believe that driving anxiety is because you need to expose yourself and tell yourself, I'm calm, relax, relax, relax. No, it's not going to do anything. So it takes a long time because you're doing the wrong thing. Think of it like this. If I sit here and say 2 + 2 is 5, 2 + 2 is 5, 10 years later, 2 + 2 is 5, 2 + 2 is 5. You can do it as long as you want. It's still wrong. Now I could just say 2 plus 2 is 4. Wow, but that was really hard according to some people because it's taken years to find the answer. No, it doesn't. If you get it right in the beginning, it's easy. So the only reason people spend so long in therapy fixing anxiety is because you're doing the completely wrong thing. You're working on the problem directly. And if you go to any therapist who works directly on the problem, they don't know what they're doing. If you've got driving anxiety and they talk about driving, don't know what they're doing. Fear of flying, nothing to do with flying. Fear of heights, nothing to do with heights. Fear of public speaking, it's nothing to do with public speaking. It's because your amygdala is firing off and it can't rest. So in any situation you feel stress or panic or threat, that's what it is. And that's why when I say you're experiencing an old event now, and people say, oh, that's mad, that's all psycho babble, mumbo jumbo. I don't believe all this hypnosis, I'm not experiencing an old event. That's what I mean. You're simply reliving it because your amygdala is fired up so much you can't close down. So if you do the right thing, like what I do with clients, is I will actually teach you how to fix it yourself. Because I can't fix it. That's another mistake therapists make is, oh, I've got to fix this. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do something. I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Never going to work. One of the massive secrets of therapy, which I'll talk about in another video, do you know what it is? And it sounds bad, but it's really good. You never aim to fix the problem. If you aim to fix it, you'll mess it up every time. Because it means I'm looking for an answer. Imagine I'm on my phone, I'll sit with my phone on my lap doing sessions. Or what can I do? What can I do? I've got to tell them, do exposure therapy. Oh no, tap your hands like this, tap your hands. Oh, what can I do? I've got to find an answer, I've got to fix it for them. I can't fix anything. My job is to teach you how to fix it yourself. So I will put you in the right space, which we call hypnosis, which is nothing weird like people think it is. And I teach my clients how to do it themselves. Because people often say, what if it comes back? Doesn't matter, because you know how to fix it, right? So the huge advantage is with doing sessions with me, some people do things called like conversational hypnosis, where it's all very well, but there are two huge drawbacks, and this is for other videos. But one of the drawbacks is that you can't do conversational hypnosis on yourself. It's impossible. And even the best trainers in the world will tell you the one big drawback of conversational hypnosis is you can't do it on yourself. Whereas the hypnosis I do, you can. So I will teach my clients how to do it. I've started doing this more from February 2024. I teach you how to actually do what I'm doing, because I'm not doing it anyway, you are. So people say, oh, what if it comes back? Doesn't matter. You can just always do this again and shrink your amygdala down. So what about this thing I said, this tip I want to give you? It's very basic, this. And again, this is probably not going to fix your problem, but it's just to give you a bit of a tip if you want something to kind of tide you over until you can do therapy. It's very simple. I'm not going to even explain how it works. All you do is pick up an object. I'm going to pick up this kitten. It's a toy kitten, don't worry. And all you got to do is pass it from one side of your body to the other. So you start with it in your left hand. It looks like my right to you, that's my left hand. And you simply pass it across the centre line of your body. And you'll be amazed how just doing this when you feel anxious reduces anxiety. Now there is science behind it. I'm not going to explain it all because this video is too long as it is. But just by passing this toy kitten from left and right, you feel safe. I'll give you a bit of a clue as to how that works. Well, what do mothers and fathers and whatever do with babies? I mean, if you've got a baby, you rock it, right? The motion is quite relaxing. It's why when you're on a train and you start feeling sleepy, it's the rocking motion. It may not fix your problem, but that's just one little thing. If you are having panic attacks, just to reduce them a bit, the rocking simply, it's passing from left to right. It simply closes your amygdala a bit. Probably not going to fix it, but it's just a handy little tip. So check out these other videos on the screen now for more help, and if you'd like to work with me one-to-one from anywhere in the world, contact me through my website firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.